Am I really that much to handle? Breaking these niggas down like a camel. You don't really know you are.
Hey lovers, welcome to another episode of Choo 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 and Zzz. Choo 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 because what do? We talk, we gist, we make amicable, we dissect life, we talk about realities, and I try my possible best to remind you that you're the main character in your life story. Because if not you, then who? How are you doing, guys? Hope you've enjoyed and had a wonderful week and a wonderful weekend, wherever it is that you are. Hope you've had a wonderful day. So, when I started my decision to start talking and then sharing my opinion to a bunch of strangers, I promised myself that I was going to ensure that if I talked about something, I wouldn't just talk about it from an aloof point of view. I was going to give you practical examples and practical points that can actually help you start improving your life. Because this year, 2025, is the year we secure the bag, we make our changes, we develop our life, and we cross the T's and dot the I's. This is the year because honestly, what are we waiting for? So I've talked about a lot of things. I've talked about boundaries. I've talked about New Year resolutions. I've talked about improving, and I'll keep talking about many things. But I promise that I wasn't going to be those kind of aspire to perspire motivational speakers. If I tell you to do something, I will show you how to do it. And that's what we're about here. So, I've talked about the need for us to improve our life this year, but I didn't tell you how I think you should do it. So, this is me telling you. Now, there are a couple of points that I could give to you. The truth is, you could force a donkey to the river, but you can't force it to drink water. I'm going to tell you those pointers, and I hope that you take it and you run with it. Because if you do, I promise you, at the end of 2025, you would not believe how much you have improved and how much you have changed. Now, there are a couple of things that you could do to change your life. Not necessarily change, but to improve your life for the better. One of them I would advise you to do is this. Try to start reading more. Reading a lot more books would open your mind to the possibility of things that can happen. Because I know that, notice something, a lot of young people struggle to dream. And there's something about my Bible lets me know that if you can think it, you can achieve it. Yes. If you can think it, you can achieve it. If you can imagine it, you can achieve it. You know, you have to have expectations, because how then will God exceed your expectations? But you won't have expectations if you're struggling to dream, if you cannot perceive the possibilities of the things that you can do. And books does that for you. I need you to start reading books this year. Now, I'm not going to rush you. This is what you can do. If you divide the year into 4 quarters of each of 3 months, you can read a book. 1 book in 1 quarter. I did not say don't do too much. Don't allow anybody to caramel you. Don't do too much. Just read 1 book in each quarter. Now you can divide the books. 1 book on finance, 1 book on self-development, 1 book on career, and 1 book on leisure. Because all work and no play makes, Jacqueline a dull girl. So, just divide the year into 4 quarters. 1 book for each quarter. Capish? Shikana. By the time you're done reading 1 book on finance, you will know more about finance than you did last year. If you read 1 book on your career, on how to improve your career, on how to make changes in your career, I promise you, your career would be elevated much more than it was last year. If you read something on self-development, it will let you know how much to love yourself and how much you can safeguard your personal space and your mind. Now, if you read a book on leisure, what it does is that it gives you a fine balance. If you say you don't want any book on leisure, that's up to you. You You can completely do 2 career books, 2 finance book, 2 personal development book, 2 finance. My point is divide the year into 4 quarters. Yes, into 4 quarters. One for each, one for each. Now, the second thing I'm going to talk about is to build systems. It will only be foolish to do the same thing the same way every time and expect a different result. And me and you know that we don't keep foolish people here. We have sense. Like sense plenty inside this our brain. So I want you to do something this year, build systems. Because your systems are what is going to feed into your habits. And those habits will make you who you are, will format you. Those habits can tell what your future will look like. If you see a man's habits in the beginning of the year and watch over time what those habits are, you can tell how it will end the year with, or what it will end the year with, or how it will end the year. So build systems. For instance, if you say, oh, I want to start waking up very early because I want to be able to go for a work and I also want to be able to pray, what do? You use 1 stone to kill 2 birds. You will set up your alarm. You don't have to start by 5. You will start gradually. If before you used to wake up by 10, 11, try and wake up there, set your alarm for 7 o'clock, 7:30. When you wake up by 7:30, don't say, oh, let me pray before I go for my work. No, carry yourself and go for that walk. Carry yourself, enter your road and start walking. What do? You carry earpiece put in your ear. While you walk, you turn it to a prayer walk. As you are listening to songs, listening to prayer, you'll be praying and walking. You have used one thing to accomplish 2 things. You probably walk for an hour, and in that hour, you've probably prayed for about 45 minutes. Are you not seeing? I did not say don't start too early, because when you do it gradually, before you know, you can wake up by 5 o'clock. You wake up by 5 o'clock, you read a bit, you do something for your business before you go for your work. Build systems that can now feed into your habits. If you say, oh, this year I want to do better with content creation, and you know that you don't have time, like maybe your work is the kind of work that I do that doesn't give you so much time, what do? On the day that you have time, do mass production. Do different videos. Try. I know it's not easy. Try. Then when you now do all those videos, during the week, you can now spread your time. As you are editing it, you will schedule the time for it to go out. You'll be editing any small break you have. You can press your phone. You'll be editing it gradually. My point is build systems that you can translate into your habits. Because your habits make it man. Your habits tells how much you are doing for yourself. Your habits talk about how much you love yourself. If you say, oh, I'm too indoor, I don't like it, I want to be going out more, what do? Every Friday, or at least once a month or twice a month, you try. Friday or Saturday, look for somewhere around you that is nice, that would have you dressing up and then taking pictures. Because you say, oh, you want more pictures, you will just go. Even if it's once a month, if you try to go once a month, I promise you, in 12 months, you have gone out 12 times. And in that 12 times, you have 12 pictures. I be a lie? I don't lie now. Before you know it, you realize that as you go out more, you are meeting more people. You are expanding your network. The third thing I'm going to tell you, maximize ChatGPT. Yes. It's funny, Abby. It shock you. Maximize ChatGPT. There is nothing you ask ChatGPT for you to do that it will not do for you. I said so. ChatGPT can do budget. If you tell ChatGPT, this is how much you earn in an income, this is how much you take from tax, create a budget for me that also includes savings, investment, blah 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 blah. ChatGPT will give you breakdown. You can tell ChatGPT, this is how much I have for grocery. Create a meal plan for me based on the grocery. Put into consideration, I'm a Nigerian, I'm from Togo, I'm a Cameroonian. It will do it for you. If you tell ChatGPT, I have the dream to be this is where I want to see myself in 5 years. However, this is where I am at now. I don't know how to get there. Create a bit by bit size plan of how to get to where I'm going to. ChatGPT will do it for you. Oh, you don't know. They no tell you. If you tell ChatGPT that in 3 months I want to have applied for so and so amount of jobs, send me jobs that are in this role, in this rate, every single day or every week by so and so time. Include this, include that. ChatGPT will do it for you. ChatGPT will create, if you post the description, you add your present resume. Tell ChatGPT that looking at this description and where my resume is at, create a fresh resume to match the description of that job and make it downloadable. ChatGPT will do it for you. ChatGPT will write you an e-guide. You say, okay, you want to start selling more things. ChatGPT will create a marketing strategy for you. ChatGPT will create a social media content calendar for you. I mean, it is endless. If you tell ChatGPT, create a script for me. I want to run an ads for this business. This is how many followers I have. This is how many places I want to. My point is, it is the opportunities for ChatGPT is limitless. I did not send you to one because there are other AI things. So I can begin to call them. If you are interested, you send me, I'll let you know. But let's start from the one that is easily accessible. You can have the app on your phone everywhere you go. If you have one small idea, you put it in. Maximize ChatGPT this year. We're in a world where it is completely digitalized and revolutionized. Don't be behind. Don't be behind. Now, another thing I want you to do for yourself is to create a system that celebrates your wins. I have a calendar that I use, that I put in my small wins, my big wins every month. Oh, I did this. Oh, I did that. No matter how small, no matter how big, I put it there. Do you know why? Because if you are able to look at how much you have achieved, you can shift your gaze from all the negative things. Because if you keep looking at it, that is what you keep thinking about. And the Bible says that how a man thinketh, so easy in this world. If you keep thinking about negative things, there is a multiplication effect to that. You will keep seeing negative things and it will keep multiplying in your life. But if you can remember to collate all your wins, no matter how small, every time you feel down, you open it, say, emi nikan. So I've done all these things. Only me. Oh, please. Oh, please. Nobody can tell me. You cannot rain on my parade. Collate your wins. Create a system that allows you and celebrate them. Make nobody pressure you. You buy G-Wagon for yourself. I buy bicycle. No pressure me. My stage and your own is not the same thing. Oh, you completed this. Collate everything, no matter how small. Do it for yourself. Because you are living your life for yourself and not for anybody else. Not for anybody else. So do it yourself. The next thing I'm going to tell you is to get an accountability partner or a group of accountability people, like friends. Look within your peers. I know sometimes it's very good for you to have a mentor. Like, somebody that you look up to. You'll be very serious. It's great. But oftentimes your mentors are not accessible. It is your peers that will hold you down. When you need to cry that things are not going well, they will cry with you. When you need to laugh and celebrate, they will laugh and celebrate with you. I'm not saying you should not have a mentor. Oh, by all means do. But in the guide for looking for a mentor so hard, don't ignore those your peers. You guys can change your life together. You can change your finances together. You can change your relationships together. You can hold each other accountable. You can all set a target between yourselves that at the end of this, I want to be this. And if you don't keep up to it, they will change it for you. They will cry with you. They will laugh with you. They will love with you. Look for a group of accountable. Look for your peers that are serious minded. I know, because mentors, they say, yes, I have a mentor. You want to, that's my mentor. You're just wasting your time. Mentor, how many times does he mentor you? How many times does the mentor talk to you? Because the mentor has his life. The mentor is busy because the responsibilities the mentor has, your mind has not been able to fathom it because you are not where that mentor is. So look for peers of solid-minded, serious people and get on with your life. Now, this one, if you are not a Christian, you can ignore it. But if you know that you are a Christian and your lifeline is God, look for a Christocentric church. A church that is not religious. A church that the gospel is Jesus. So that every day Jesus can be revealed and manifested. And you begin to see yourself with the gaze of Jesus. You can see yourself in his mirror. You can look and say, oh, my Father loves me. It's very important too, because as you are doing all the self-development, physical fitness and all that, you also need to build up strength spiritually so that you are not empty on the inside. Because this world is built in such a way that everything it does tries to take away your joy, tries to take away your peace. So you need to be padded on the inside. You need to be padded on the inside. Now, I'm going to give you a bonus tip, and it's going to be those kind of tips that you don't expect it to be that, but I'll still give it anyway. The bonus tip I'm going to give you for this episode is learn to say no. Honestly, good girls don't get the corner office. And this is not just about girls. It's a popular saying, but it applies to everybody. Stop people pleasing. Because the more you have to do stuff for people when it's inconveniencing for you, the less you have to do for yourself. Because when you are exhausted from doing for people, you cannot do for yourself. I'm not saying don't be there for people. Because Christ admonishes us to love our neighbors as we love ourselves. But you see that the yardstick for loving your neighbor is to love yourself. And sometimes loving yourself means saying no. Sometimes loving yourself is saying no. I hope you've been blessed by all the things that I've shared, and I hope that you put it. Don't come here and allow me to be wasting my saliva, because I the para. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope that you add it to your life. Thank you for coming to another episode of my TED Talk. Catch ya. See you later. Bye.